ambitions.
First episode.
My brother.
Hold the elevator. Me and B-Dot finally.
My God.
Listen, I call B-Dot like once or twice a month about critical life decisions. Treat him like my moral compass, which he doesn't want to be. Asking questions, and he was, I was like, we got to turn this into a podcast eventually. So we're finally here with our first guest. KKS, how you doing, man?
Bless, brothers. How are y'all? How are y'all?
Chilling,
How are y'all?
man.
We're good, man. We're coming off of just last night, man. You two battled.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to stand in front of this monster.
Takeaways, man. Give me some takeaways. What happened last night? Someone feels like they won.
Yeah, I'm sure we both do.
Yeah. But you know what though? Honestly, I'm in this space. At least pin to pin. When it comes to the pin matches, for me, it's not so much about who won as much as it's about, for me at least, did we put on a display for the culture to again remind these motherfuckers what real rapping is, what real lyricism is. I feel like teammates in a sense. Like I feel like it's us against the shoot 'em up, bang bang, easy, non-rhyming ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? So like whenever it's pin to pin, man, I'm not so much concerned about the win. I'm more so concerned about the display of lyricism and if we both was on 100, especially for a one rounder. I felt like we put on a show, bro. Like we absolutely put on a show, with the exception of Sick and JC, who are both pins as well. I think they might have had battle of the night, but I think we right there with them, bro. Like, I think it was.
I'm hearing both of those, and I'm hearing Jack Boy and Chess a lot.
I missed that one, man.
It was a good one. It was a good one. The only Chess got it back, but he fucked up a little bit at the beginning. It was like him saying, but he did get it back.
Yeah, you know that sense of like, oh, he just needs to get through it. I think he's trying to get through it. He did his thing, but he's trying to get through it.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you two probably had your battle of the night.
I think
from what I saw, with the exception of JC and Real Sick, I felt like that.
So was there like you're trying to kill each other? That's how you write, right? You were trying to get each other out of there?
I mean, you automatically have that, but I don't have nothing personal for him. You feel me? But you automatically have that as a competitor. But again, with the 5, 6, 7 days prep or whatever it was, for me at least, for how my memorization works, I'm just like, I'm writing shit down that I'm going to be able to memorize, bro. I don't want to be too deep. You're not finna get no beat out third round. I don't got time for that, bro. My brain do not work like that within a week. So for me, it was just, trying to be as great as I could possibly be within a week and give myself time to memorize, which actually, like I was telling you earlier, I feel like works in my favor for my psyche moving forward if I battle rap, because I don't want to no more. But if I battle rap, my psyche moving forward I'm gonna put myself in this same space of not overthinking, bro. Yeah. Almost like tricking your brain to be like, oh, you only got a week. Even if the battle is a month out, hey, bro, you only got a week. So just write down what's comfortable and natural. And when I write down comfortable and natural shit, and I don't push like my intricacy, I find out that it's just more relatable. Like it hits more for wide-ranging audience. And then, of course, when I get to my third, I can be super intricate, deep, beat out. But at least for the first 2 rounds, like I think I'm gonna just start structuring my shit like how I crafted this round, and some rounds in the past that are similar to this approach.
How'd you craft?
Man, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know how you did that in the fucking
That's
week.
what I'm saying. Like, this nigga knew in December, bro.
This nigga should be so intricate, bro.
This nigga knew in December, I think.
No, and I'm gonna be honest. This is actually something my brother called me about last night. He was talking to me about it. He's like, ever since you were like a kid, 13 or 14, you were comparing yourself to like Eminem and da-da-da. Like I never was trying to rap with the guys in my neighborhood, right? I was always trying to be as advanced as possible, right? And I think I've done too much of that. To be completely honest. Like him and I were having a conversation last night. Because I cannot regress. I've literally tried to write just some, stuff that I know people would just get, and I'd literally be pissed off trying to like rap that shit. And it's just too fucking basic, bro.
Too basic.
I was like, I cannot rap it. Yeah. So now it's to a point where it's like, I write stuff, and it's like, some of these bars, even ones last night, like that Paradox thing, man, I really was going on with that for like another 8 bars. And I was like, that's too much. Yeah. I was doing a whole bunch of paradoxes and doing a paradox.
I would have loved it. Bro, we would have loved it.
Yeah.
It was insane, but I was like, that is too much for battle rap or whatever. And I thought what I did was like, you know what I'm saying? Enough. And then I realized the reception. I'm like, bro, I don't know what then, you know what I'm saying? Like, but my process is really, I'm gonna be honest, like I just start writing. Like that's why if you look at how my shit is like, it's usually like plays out like a story. Like I'm usually like, cause I'm usually on a stream thought when I just sit down, I'm like, they gave me a week prep to write B's Death. then I think da. Oh, okay. Okay. Know what time we want? Boom.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
no
what I'm saying?
shit.
And then I might build around that concept, right?
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong.
Okay.
A bar will of course come to me. Then I think, okay, I want to insert that bar here. You know what I'm saying?
You're a linear writer, like.
But yeah, but definitely
I'm
a
the
linear
same way.
writer.
I'm the
Definitely.
same
a
Oh, I
linear
would
writer.
say that's not the majority of battle rappers. I would say they have a
Punchline.
punchline, and then they
Punchline first.
reverse
Then
engineer.
they, reverse engineer.
But you just write. You both just write linearly like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
That's why if you notice, with both of our styles, you can see how the next thought piggybacked off the last one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's very linear. It's like,
Yep.
if I could give you an example.
Well, is that because it's easier to memorize?
For me, at least.
For me, I think it's easier to memorize, and I also think it makes it better.
Yeah.
I feel like that just makes it better when you
Yeah.
can battle someone, have all these interconnecting thoughts, all with different concepts and themes. But it's
Yeah.
like you started here and I ended up here. But it all, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as a connecting thought, like last night I had a bar and I said something to the effect of, even in a handicap match with a Crip, you ain't have what it takes to front on me in the building, and that's a sign.
Mm-hmm.
My very next bar was, see, they made me pay dues. So it's like I have the handicap sign in because I paid dues. So it's like, they made me pay dues.
It sets up the next thing.
Same thing. You know what I'm saying?
For
And went on
sure.
with that right. You see what I'm saying? So that's
sure.
what I do a lot because it's like it again, it helps you memorize, but it's also like, so you get what I'm saying? Because I'm making a point. Whatever I'm saying, I'm always trying to make a point usually. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? See how that connects to that to finally get to the point that I'm saying with all these bars in between.
Yeah.
But this is the overall theme or concept that I'm trying to present.
Well, in a battle like this, you guys are both good. Like it's good. It's always great sportsmanship. But if your opponent chokes and you get him out of here, that's your number one preferred outcome or no?
No.
Okay, let's be honest. What's the first thing you want to
Unless I don't like the nigga.
Do you want him to?
Yeah. Like if I really don't like you, bro, like then hell yeah, I want to humiliate you. I want you to go out bad. I want you to go out bad. You feel me?
Yeah.
I actually like Chaos, man. Every time we speak, I tell him all the time, I'm like, bro, we like the same nigga, bro.
Yeah,
Like
you
not
guys have a lot of
only
similarities.
writing, but even like personality wise. I've told him that on several occasions, so I can relate to the nigga. So again, I didn't have no animosity and shit like that. So I was like, I already know he finna get busy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want nothing less than that, bro.
So what's your preferred outcome of the battle? If you really are honest and like,
Honestly, what happened last night, and I don't, because the votes and shit like that, I stopped caring.
Yeah.
Last night was my preferred outcome.
where it's
To
like
have
both
a
people
great
went
B
crazy.
dot,
Yeah.
right? So nobody can say nothing about, because that's one thing I love that I love pat myself on the back about, right? Is that regardless of people say about my record, right? I've only battled the best to ever do this shit, though. So you think about it, I'm only battling the Chesses on 10, the Damies on 10, on historic running battle rap, on the West Coast. On a, you know what I'm saying, on a tear, on his incline, on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Chess, on his I'm battling Chilla, coming off a champion of the year. I'm always battling these people in certain positions who are on an incline, and I'm still going out, and it's like nobody can clear me.
Yeah.
It's like, so even if you have me losing, you can't say this dude who just got in the game 2 years ago. You can't clear him. You can put the best in the world. I'm not battling, and these dudes, like I said, they're not going up here choking against me.
Yeah.
They're not going up here having average proof. You feel what I'm saying? They're going up there like, if I fuck up at all, he gonna beat the shit because I will. And you know it. And you know if you slip up at all, I'm gonna fuck you up. You saw what happened to Saga. Ever since, this is no, offense
Hey,
to
we're
him.
not doing that. Why
Saga.
Saga get shot?
Shout out to
Yeah, why
Saga.
Saga
No,
get
this is
shot?
no
Friend of
offense.
the show.
But what I'm saying is, it was since Saga, then it was Danny, then it was Chester, it was Jada Nightwing, then it was Chilla, then it was Holmesy, and it B-Dot. Nobody's took their foot off the gas in front of me.
That's a fact.
You don't want to hear a crazy story? It was Smack's birthday. You were battling chess. They were bringing out a cake right before your battle. And I was like, should I tell Chaos about this? Because this is going to be a crazy freestyle. About a cake, chess. I was like, no, man, I'm impartial.
I wouldn't have done it, though.
I'm impartial. I gotta keep
Yeah,
my
I
mouth
would have
shut.
done it though. Only
I gotta keep my
it's
mouth
certain,
shut.
it's certain times where I do think about saying something before, like or coming up with a rebuttal or something like that. Sometimes, like in the Holmesy battle, I start out my first round with a rebuttal, like of something of Smack had messed his name up and messed up where he was from or something like that. So I
Holmesy the
but,
Gizzard.
yeah, he did something, you know, and I was like, bro, he didn't even get your name right or some shit like that. But besides that, usually, bro, motherfuckers don't really say nothing or nothing happen. I'm like, I got enough crazy shit.
That's
like,
even
that's
worse
kind of what be in my
rebuttaling.
mind. Yeah, like, and then I'm thinking in my mind, like, I got all this other shit I want to say. I just really want to get to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? To be honest,
it's already dope and intricate enough.
I got some crazy shit for you. You know what I'm saying? But again, if I think of something, then.
All right, let me ask you guys this. This is always an interesting question that I ask people. What's the best angle that's been taken against you? Now, it doesn't have to be executed the best.
Righteous.
But what's the best angle you've heard? You're like, oh shit.
I don't know if it was a particularly angle, so I'll give a bar and then maybe I'll give an angle. But the bar, I've always said it's the way Jaden Knight went flip my obsolete shit.
What do you say?
When cause I told Danny Myers, I was like, even if my ops elite, I'm still who P would swap for B. So in a word, I even make them sound obsolete.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right?
That shit was crazy.
That's wild.
So Jaden Knight, when he flipped it, he said the bar, he was like, which is not a reach, but obsolete already sounds like obsolete, which ironically makes the whole point you were making
obsolete. Yeah. Stop. James wild with it, bro.
That was crazy.
James wild with it.
You feel to take a bar that I think was amazing and
poke holes in
flip it that way, like it's like that's incredible. Which
he has like sparks of greatness like that. Yeah.
He does.
Yep.
How about you, Doc? What's the best answer?
I guess I just really got to go with the saga joint, the football shit. I mean, so for me, it wasn't like I hate the angle because it's like, what are we talking about here? Like, it's like you're telling me it's whack that I played college football. Like,
it's like you were trying to hide the fact you played college football.
I just didn't think it was that important. But so it wasn't the actual like premise of it. It was like how like the haymakers that went with it. You know, like you went from preaching Emmett Till, whatever he would say, Emmitt Smith, Emmett Till. I don't remember the bar. I don't want to butcher his bar. But the haymakers that went with the angle made the angle fire to me.
Okay.
Not the angle itself, like in terms of the subject matter, but like the haymakers that went with it. I thought he put that together brilliantly. So I would have to say that for sure.
What about you?
Damn, man.
Just real quick, because you do battle, so just real quick.
Dot talking about the URL thing was.
But that was like.
I'm about to say, but was that an angle?
Like I tapped you, and then I like swung on there.
Here's the thing: that what fans don't understand, like. A lot of people will watch that battle and be like, B-Dot wasn't even talking to EK.
Oh, they don't understand the premise that I set it up with.
Yeah, what the textures of that I don't think they understand is like, if I can be rapping and no one notices my opponent on stage, that's perfect.
Right.
So I'm just standing there like.
Righteous.
And a lot of people be like, not talk to him, but like, no, he's making me obsolete at this point. Like, he's making me like, it's not even important that I'm here.
I never thought about that.
You know what I mean? It's
when
like,
I hear that all the time, I tell people, I say, look, if I'm not battling EK, the angle doesn't work, or I would have to reconstruct the angle. Because I started off with saying, basically breaking down how I felt like URL was playing you with their whole system.
Yeah,
with
like
PG
you paid
system.
to go to do a PG and then incorporated me in the beginning, and it's like, this is why it's corrupt.
Right, so I segue into like the corruption, piggybacking off of how I felt like they did you dirty or whatever. So I tell people all the time, like, it does have to do with EK, but I tapped him and then went and knocked the niggas out that really did, you feel me? Like,
listen, and I would like to say, a couple years later, a lot of URL B-Dot battles later, he's made a lot of money on URL. I won. He battled for URL. I said 30 from you. He battled for URL. What are we doing?
Right.
I mean, he made them change their ways, but he battled.
Give me my credit, man. I killed the PG system is no longer because of me, man.
Hey, on some real shit.
Hey, man, I hate to talk about this, but I need your guys' input. I need your input on this twerk shit, man.
I think I was telling people this shit last night. I don't know twerk like personally, definitely cordial friend of mine. Get on the phone every now and then, see him when I see him. I just think it's a lack of like discipline, right? And I don't know his life to say this, so I won't. But I would assume that when you grow up with some type of discipline, whether it's from your father or you play sports or you get it from a coach. Or just big homies, uncles, big brother, whatever. Like when a man instills discipline in you, like it kind of registers a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Like you really pick up on it, you really carry it. Like I got a lot of discipline from my father about like what to do, how to really stay on point, do this, whatever. So I just feel like there's some aspect of him that lacks discipline. Maybe he never got it. And so when you never got it and you're overwhelmed in this culture as the fucking superstar that he is, and you don't have that discipline embedded in you, you know what I'm saying? Your approach is going to be a lot different, bro, than like Beasley, hey, we got Kid Chaos, February the 5th.
What do you think, B-Dot?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, I can't do that. It's a one-rounder. All right, bet, Beasley. Get off the phone. And I'm immediately, bro, I wrote 70-80% of that round in one day as soon as I got off the phone. Because I was so spooked. My discipline won't allow me to do anything otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, maybe Twork, and not just to say just Twork, but a lot of battle rappers don't have that same, like, natural disciplinary instinct where, you know, like, it's like being a procrastinator in high school and shit when you got a report due. I knocked that out the day before. I was never like that. Not that I was the greatest student or whatever, but I was never like that. I was like, fuck, I gotta.
And it's even worse. And it said, the piggyback when you said, you was like, not that you're the greatest student. And I feel like what parallels with that is, it makes it even worse when you are the greatest student. Though.
Right, because you really feel like you can't procrastinate.
You are the greatest student.
Twork is by far the greatest student.
That's what it seems like with Twork.
Yeah.
In this analogy, Twork is that.
He's the greatest student ever.
I've succeeded so much by doing that. I failed too, but I'm still top of the class. Like, I'm still top of the class.
He's so fucking good, bro.
Nobody talks about like intangibles. Yeah, no one talks about the burden of talent, man.
Right. Yeah.
Like I really truly believe our greatest strengths are always our greatest weaknesses. I watched I'm just a Kobe guy. I've always been a Kobe guy, and I've watched him take shots where you're like, that's the dumbest fucking shot I've ever seen, and he'll miss it by a mile. I'm like, Kobe takes that because he can make that shot.
He really can make it.
So he almost has bad principles because his talent is so fucking overwhelming.
Right.
It's kind of what makes bad coaches too. Like if you put Michael Jordan as a coach, he's just like, why don't you just jump over that guy? It's like, nigga, I can't do that. Like you can't. You know what I mean? So like, there's a burden of talent, man. It's hard to like. Plus, if you're that naturally gifted, it's hard to develop hard work.
Yes, especially if you get away with some of the ways that I've heard about how his preparation works. Like that man literally has written like the day before or the day
on the way to battles,
and then actually went in there and killed. So when you do that, then your mind tricks you like, oh, I can do this all the time. You know, but sooner or later it's gonna catch up to you.
I mean, like, I know the fans, they always drag Twork. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I'm a fan of Twork. I'm a fan of the moments he's given us. At this point, I'm like, bro, I don't think we like. I want to make sure the guy is good, first of all. Like, a lot of times, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, like, oh, Twork choking. I'm like, bro, that's a real person.
It's a real human being. You don't know what he's going through.
Plus, like, yeah, he gets paid to battle, and you fans watch this for free and shit, but, like, at the end of the day, we want to give you a good show, but he doesn't owe you shit.
Don't owe you nothing. Bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
y'all
it'd be
watching
nice.
But at the end of the day, y'all watching it for free. The only people who owe is the people who paid him.
Exactly.
That's really the only people who owe is the people who paid him to come in there and do a job. That's you saying you owe them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna take it completely off. Like, nah, you still got how to do a job. You gotta do that job. But as far as fans, no, he don't owe none of y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't owe none of y'all shit. Like, yes, it's not like when we as battlers say it's not like we don't appreciate our fans or we don't appreciate criticism and feedback. But to act as if personal things that may be going on with us that may affect us giving you a good show doesn't matter because you didn't get a good show. Fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like fuck, I owe you nothing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So feel how you feel. Man, whatever, brother. Y'all keep booking so and so. Well, don't watch. Like that. I'm just such not a complainer. So I don't get a lot. That's why I'm very kind of antisocial. I keep myself a lot into the groups and all that stuff. Because I'm very much so like, bro, why y'all speaking on shit like that? Like, I don't speak on shit that I don't like. It literally doesn't make sense for me to wake up and be like, this song is trash.
Like,
you ask me, I tell you. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, for just to be like, why y'all did this? Like, bro, that shit corny, bro. Like, turn off.
There's like a thing I noticed, especially with just like the emergence of people in shock culture, like waking up and trying to find something to be upset about. I'm like, bro, I just naturally know that I'm a person that likes to talk about what I like more than what I dislike. And it feels like a lot of internet culture is like, damn, you just like to talk about things that bother you more than the things that you enjoy. You know what I mean? So like, a lot of times it can attract that. But like, in terms of when you guys talk about discipline, this will be my last battle rap question if you guys want to move on. But what's the process for you guys? Because I know when I take a battle, it's like immediate anxiety and stress.
For sure.
Like 30.
Immediate.
You gotta be there. 11?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Definitely. Immediate anxiety. Immediate. Why am I doing this? What's the purpose? Because my intention in battle rap has always been very purposeful from the beginning, which is kind of like dwindling away from my psyche. Like, I'm getting to a point where I'm turning into a fucking battle rapper, and I hate it. Like,
What's wrong about that? What's wrong with being a battle rapper?
Well, it's just because it's like pure entertainment, and my art has always been like it's a corny ass word that they merged, entertainment and education, but edutainment. You know what I'm saying? Like my artistry has always been that. Like even with my music, like I always want to make sure I'm saying something. But the more I battle rap, the more I become a battle rapper. Like as fire as I was last night, don't get me wrong. It was a lot of shoot 'em up, bang bang. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like I can never be that guy consistently. Like that would bother me. That's not what I'm doing this art for, bro.
And you know what's funny? It's so funny you say that. A lot of people put my first round for chess as like my round, right? And that round was full of a lot of shit.
Full
like
of a
that,
lot,
right?
yeah. That's
and
that's
they like, why you keep? And the more they say keep going back to that, the more I know.
Right, right.
Because it's just like I was kind of proving a point in that shit. Like that shit is not difficult, bro.
Right.
Like that shit adds nothing to the code. Like who I've been, if anybody actually knows me since middle school, I've always been the alright. If it's done this way, how can it be done better?
Righteous.
And that's how I'm gonna do it. So even if y'all don't recognize I'm doing it better, eventually y'all gonna recognize and start doing what I'm doing. I've always been that guy that try to set the trends and shit like that, basically. And it's like now that I've gotten this culture and I'm looking, it's like, alright, nah, I'm gonna show better. I guarantee I can rap better than that. I guarantee I can put bars better than that. Oh, that's the craziest, more layers and shit.
Right.
I can do that. And I can do that way better.
Speaking of like, my bad.
What do you think?
I really want to ask him this because I feel like there's a lot of similarities here. Like I keep hearing you referencing like middle school or like your past. So like, first of all, where you from? Where you grew up?
Originally born in Savannah, Georgia,
Okay.
and then moved to Columbia, South Carolina. Well, all right, born in Savannah, Georgia, then moved to around the Jacksonville, Florida area with my mom for a while.
Okay.
Then moved to Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
So,
okay. So in your environment when you was coming up, did you feel, because you strike, like, I feel like we're very similar, and to put it like this, like, when I came up, like, I always felt like I was the oddball in terms of, like, you know, I thought it was cool to be smart, I thought it was cool to, you know, use big words, even though I played football and hung out with the jocks and hung out with the gangbangers too, but they always knew, like, oh, they call me Baby Charles where I'm from, so they always be like, oh, Baby Charles, that's the smart one, like, did you have that kind of upbringing too,
this was me, and this everybody's surprised when they say this. I've gotten expelled from school every year since the 5th grade.
Shit.
So I got in a lot of
What?
Nigga, Hayes some public school, man.
That's
This nigga
crazy.
Hayes, Hayes is some public school.
I got in a lot of trouble growing up. Like, that's why so many people who know me from when I was like my 19, 18 before I went to prison, and then like see me now, they be like, bruh, you're completely different.
You was that badass kid.
Prison calmed me the fuck down.
Yeah.
Prison completely took a lot because prison helped me realize the most precious asset that we have was time.
Right.
And when I realized how much I lost a grandparent and a brother when I was back there, girlfriend cheated, all that shit. You know, I'm 19, so all that shit. And it's like stuff started affecting me. I stopped saying nigga in prison. There was just a lot of stuff that started affecting me, right? But to answer your question, like, yeah, I always felt like I viewed things differently than everybody. Like, even though, like I said, I was bad as shit, I was always fighting. Like my mom got evicted out of the apartment, out of the trailer, because I'm out there breaking in houses. I was just a badass kid. Yeah. But I always still viewed certain things differently, especially when I got to an age of starting to mature, like 13, 14-ish. When a lot of that shit started getting out of me, then I moved with my pops, who was a Marine. Because all the trouble I was getting into is why I moved with my pops. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So then my mom moved in with my dad when I was 13, and then him as a Marine, it was just like,
on it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, listen, when you get up, that bed made you do this,
that's
you
that
do
discipline
that.
I was just talking about.
That discipline got put in me.
Righteous.
So I started carrying myself a lot differently when I moved with my father. I still had that temper and like this just innate, like, I don't know, thing I've always had to prove myself. And when I was younger, I was real small too. I shot up, but I was like short and skinny like for a while or whatever. But either way, moving with my father just kind of helped me mature more and start isolating myself more. Because that's when I started realizing, all right, it's easy. I'm the popular guy. I danced all through high school. That's why you see me dancing in the battles a lot, because I pop lock and shit like that.
Fire.
I don't know why JC
Me
runs
too.
from that shit.
Like,
I don't know why JC runs from that shit, bro. Like, listen, the motherfuckers all out of battle, like pop, like I ain't fucking like.
It's hip hop. We all did. Come on,
bro. Like we all danced to some extent. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
To some extent, like even if you wasn't the dancer, you was out there doing something. Like when something came with a Soulja Boy, you tried in your house once.
Oh yeah, some of the most hood niggas was the best ones. Yeah,
like, you see them? They was out there yesterday. The crump dancers, the clowns.
Yeah,
Tommy the Clown, bro. You know how many LA gangbangers was crump dancers, and they'll pop you too, nigga.
Yeah,
bro, what?
You feel me? So I realized I kind of started getting into rapping a lot more when I moved with my dad, because I was looking when the isolation came, and then just started dancing and stuff like that. Then like running with the gangs and all that shit like that, and you just start to see stuff a lot, and you realize no matter what crowd you're with, because I went to a white school, and then like right up the street though was like you can literally look on A&E. They did a documentary on the Bloods in South Carolina. It's called The Bloody South. Like right up the street, like a mile, was Broad River Road, where a lot of all that shit was going on.
Wow.
So we was leaving school going out there, you feel what I'm saying? So it was like being in these different environments, and so I got a lot of different perspectives just growing up on different things, and it's like, I don't like the way nobody sees shit.
That's so crazy.
I realize I don't like how none of y'all see. I don't like the way y'all white people act. I don't like the way y'all over here act. I don't like none of y'all, bro.
That's so crazy. You got so many similarities.
That's wild.
That's so wild to me.
That's
Because my high school was predominantly white. You know what I'm saying? I went to 3 different high schools, but 2 of them was predominantly white, and then I played college ball at Oregon State, predominantly white. But I feel you though, like you're around predominantly white, and then you're around your homies, gang banging and shit, and then you just in this middle space, like seeing all these different worlds. But actually, to me, and I think you probably would agree with this too, it's dope though because it cultivates your personality and gives you a lot more perspective and a lot of better, like a better worldview.
And this is something I know we agree on. When it comes to women, when you can speak about so many different varied topics,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Dog, when I meet a woman in like, let's say a more preppy whatever environment, and then she realized some of my past or some other shit I didn't been into, she's so intrigued. I start fucking with a ratchet chick. I get to speaking to her shit. She's overly intrigued. You know what I'm saying? It's always this. Because
that is such a fact, bro.
Because
that's a whole fact.
I feel like most women, especially black women, when they see a man, they feel like they can learn something from, and it can give them a perspective. And somebody even saying that, oh, he's a protector, he can be a provider. That it's like it's a turn. And I'm realizing all this as you get older and shit. I got a lady and everything now, so I ain't saying nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm just saying, like it does help you when you get around people, when you going on jobs, when I was working and stuff. It's like having all these different perspectives, man. You feel worldly in a sense. What I mean?
For sure.
You talk to people.
And you can tell. Worldly. Like, it's on you, bro. Like, when you speak, when you rap, you can tell. That's why I asked you, because you don't come off like the regular, you know what I'm saying, hood nigga that just, you know, ignorant, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's...
But there's a stress in that, too, because a lot of the times you're in a situation that everyone else who doesn't have your level or your vision is okay with. But you're like, damn, I'm at this situation, but I'm smart enough to know that I should be at a better situation. You know what I mean? That shit can play with you a little bit.
And it's even
like, yeah, I wish I was just dumber, so I didn't even realize I should be out of this situation.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Awareness is it's a heavy load, bro.
Yeah.
It's when you, and that honestly makes you isolate yourself more, at least for me, because you realize how powerless you are to certain shit. Being aware of all the shit you can't change.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even want to be around it. I don't even want to have to deal with it, like, because you see too much. Like it's just, you're just too aware. You just, I like the way you just said that, man. I'm telling you, that's a thought that me and my brother talk about a lot. This is why I just kind of like sparked that in me.
How old is your brother?
It's one of my brothers. I have 9 brothers and sisters.
You got 9 brothers and sisters?
My pops was not playing.
He was out here, huh?
We got a lot in common, man.
Dad Chaos
was
out
got
here.
6. My pops got 6, so I can relate.
Oh, man.
I can relate.
I'm telling you, man, it's my brother I was talking about, he's not actually blood related to me, but it's like blood would make us any closer.
Of course.
He's 37 or whatever, but 36, 37, one of them. But him and I talk about this all the time, man, and he's just like, bruh, like, when you know something, and then even worse, when you can't articulate to somebody you love. So now it's like you feel even more alone, because it's like, nobody gets it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nobody fucking gets it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I worry about, and tell me if you guys relate to this a little bit. A lot of times we're burdened with the goals we have. We want to accomplish this, we want to accomplish that. Sometimes I walk into a 7-Eleven, I see someone working, I'm like, man, what if that person's like completely fucking happy? What if that's their dream job? And me, I'm like, I want this, I want that. A lot of it's materialism too. You know what I mean? I'm like, what if that person could be completely fucking happy working at 7-Eleven?
If that 7-Eleven is paying the bills and they living to their means of comfortability, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, man, maybe I hate to call it ignorance, but I'm like, if that person like just maybe doesn't know better. Maybe they just work to get that job. Who knows what they've been through? Yeah,
it's not measurable. You know, like it's specific to your situation.
Yeah, your comfortability. I was just talking about this last night. Like it ties into the fact, me not wanting to battle no more. It's my battle decisions as of late have been purely financial. You get what I'm saying? So you get to a place of comfortability, you start to your perspective on what you want to do with your time
changes.
You feel me? Like,
people don't let B-Dot fool you, man. He pulls up at different foreigns every event.
That's lies. We in a luxury.
You got sneakers coming out and shit.
Yeah, you got sneaker deals.
Oh no, I'm definitely on my business shit. No, I'm definitely on my business shit. But we are in a luxury high-rise apartment right now.
Definitely.
I just want to let you know.
We're squatting.
EK is trust me, he on some different shit.
Hey, so we'll close with this because I know Chaos. We gotta get to the airport, but both of you, I think we all struggle with the same thing, which is like because we have that experience and vision, we struggle with the violence aspect of battle rap. B-Dot is kind of forcing B-Dot to walk away from it a little bit. Yeah. You seem like in your prime with it a little bit. How are you guys couching this? Like, how do you measure that in battle rap? Like, damn, man, it's just what I have to do because it's this sport, or if I'm doing it too much, it's just sending out the wrong message.
For me personally, there was a time when I would say I didn't use like gun bars, but it was more so if I thought of it, I'd use it or I'd give it to somebody I knew. You know what I'm saying? It kind of varied. Now it's more so I'm trying to play the game to change the game in certain aspects. I'm trying to in certain aspects. I'm trying to be like, all right, I'm gonna do a little bit of what y'all want me to do, but can there be a give and take? Right. Within that, can you also just lend your ear? You feel what I'm saying? And just really think about what I'm doing up there. Truly. You feel what I'm saying? Truly look at what I'm doing and how I'm presenting and how it's written. And tell me if you ever seen shit like this. Right. And if you have, how often do you see it? Especially from somebody coming from my position, coming from South Carolina with no backing. I have no one of these big guys co-signing me, nothing. This is literally Kid Chaos versus everyone. Come on, like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I kind of darted off from the question a little bit.
No, I feel you.
No, that was spot on. And I feel like, to piggyback off what he said, so it's not so much about like how we feel about the violent aspect as much as it's about what are we willing to do to change it. And in my opinion, it's creating different spaces, like rooftop battles, like no crowd battles, like that whole thing. It doesn't need to be like oh, that was just the pandemic era, that's over. No, have y'all big crowds, do y'all gun bar shit, do y'all entertainment shit. I get it's entertainment. And then also allow us our spaces to be great. Why we can't have both? You know what I'm saying? And why is one shunned? Like, Kid Chaos and B-Dot and whoever else, Lux and da-da-da-da, all them intricate pen niggas, man, y'all go over there and have y'all no crowd battles. Why is it y'all go over there?
Yeah.
You feel me? Why isn't it just like, okay, we're going to come check y'all out, doing what y'all do, and we're going to come over here and check them out, doing what they do. Like, it's a balance. It's all art and it's all, and to be honest, everybody's brilliant. From the Lou Castros and the Jacks with their high performance shit, to the Kid Chaoses and the B-Dots with the intricate wordplay, the EK intricate wordplay, the shit we do, it's all brilliant. Just appreciate it all. Like, give us our spaces though. We need that space of no crowd, rooftop, whatever it's gonna be, small rooms, volumes. That's our space to be great. Just as much as Surfs and Rocks and whomever else's space to be great, and then big rooms where they got all they fans and doing what they do.
But keep it a buck, Doc. You look down on the other gun bar niggas though.
Come on,
Doc. Don't do that.
Nah, like, I feel like they're not. I feel like they don't rap as good as we rap.
Also, it's about the actual ability. It's not about content.
It's just battle rap, bro. Like, if you strip this shit down to the chorus, like, who raps better? Because that's what it was back in the day. High school, whatever. Oh, such and such want to battle you. You walk over there and you battle. And nigga, you don't got no fan base. You ain't got no niggas rooting you on. You feel me? It's just like, who's the better rapper? And in those settings, a EK, a Kid Chaos, a B-Dot, a Real Sick, them niggas is going to win every time. In those natural essence of the culture settings, we're going to win every time. Ain't no fucking gun bar or no disrespect, performance ass nigga, spinning around and doing all that shit.
Don't be able to go in there and rap with me.
Yeah.
Let's say,
come on, bro.
If you would have met me before, let's say battle rap never happened. You met me on the street like how he was talking about. Yeah. I would have walked on you. I would walk easy. I'm gonna walk on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna kind of like I'm playing with you in a sense, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you better go somewhere where you have that type of cultivated, you know what I'm saying, push for you.
So what do you think about a gun bar nigga who's like, gets a contract for you, is like, this nigga can't perform with me?
It makes sense for certain people. for certain people, like I feel like you have those writers who are like that, right? I feel like you really can't put that on me if you really watch me perform.
Yeah.
You can't really. I don't think not many people gonna get in front of me and be like, "I'm a man, Chaos." And like, what? You watch me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Yeah, I write to a high level, but I'm not. Cause I heard the stories. I heard what they said about Chilla and JC's. I was coming up, like, just, you know what I'm saying? Just watching Battle Rap, I'm like, all right, so I need to add this in. Like, I want to be a writer, but they're saying this is the deficiency of writers. So, all right, let me work on that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more energetic, I'm more performative, or whatever the case may be. And I also look like, I don't know, I guess outside looking at but y'all motherfuckers corny anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all motherfuckers corny. Like, y'all probably like cool in battle rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or some shit like, this is like when I'm coming up type shit, like, fun. I know, but it's like, that was kind of like the thing with me, like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna be good regardless. Like, so, like, in that space where you have all the fans, you good. But when it comes to this rapping shit,
it's only a few of us.
It's not a lot,
It's
bro.
only a few of us, bro.
It's not a lot.
It's literally like 10. I could probably count 10. And there's 1,000 battle rappers. There's 1,000 performers. There's 1,000 gun bar niggas. There's like 10 pure MCs.
And don't forget,
and this is battle rap.
Level.
This is battle rap, bro. And there's only like 10 of us. Like,
and
pure
we're doing
MCs.
this at the highest level.
Like, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is another thing I think people forget. Like, when a B-Dot and the Chaos go down, JC and the Sick go down, any one of these battles, it's like, don't forget, these are two of the best in the world.
That's the
you
top like 3% of that.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, regardless of how you look at that, remember that's what that is, regardless of how you look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, Chaos, tell us something we don't know about you so we can get out of here. Favorite movie, guilty pleasure movie, favorite song?
Favorite movie of all time is The Matrix. Sounds cliche as shit, but it's just an amazing movie, man.
Did you like the last one?
I did. I think a lot of people. I understand why people didn't though. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of one of those people who's like, I'm objective enough.
For sure.
But I also realize I do have a little biasness with it.
Gotcha.
But I think what they were trying to do was dope. I want to see if they're going to continue the story from here.
Fire.
But I guess this would be a weird one. Mean Girls up there. One of my movies of all time.
Yo, hey, this thing got
dog
no
said.
shit.
I told you, he different, bro.
Mean Girls is fire, bro.
Mean Girls is
I
funny.
never
It's
seen
a great movie,
Bro, that movie is funny as shit, bro.
Word.
Like that movie.
Hey, the white girl came from
Funny
Africa.
shit.
She said, "You're from Africa? Why are you
Why?
white?"
Like, now the movie. My favorite part is she doesn't even go here. Like that's
she
doesn't even go here.
We're gonna close it out, man. Thanks to Kid Chaos for being our inaugural guest.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Hold the Elevator podcast.
Show,
We're
man.
gonna
We
give you a
got
lot
Kid
more,
Chaos on
man.
I love that name, by the way. Hold the Elevator. Like,
Yeah, he
I like
came up with that. That shit
I
genius,
like that.
bro.
That's a fire.